Winter has come to Roll for Crit, as today we take a look at a Game of Thrones, the card game, 2nd edition.
Yes, like in the 1st edition, you'll each be playing as one of the famous houses, vying for power and backstabbing each other along the way. We'll see who can win dominance. I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and this is Roll for Crit Playback.
Alright, hey everybody, playing Game of Thrones, it's gonna be fun. So yeah, let's play.
I am playing the Banner of the Watch.
I am playing the Banner of the Wolf, which includes Stark and Greyjoy.
And I'm the Banner of the Lion, the Lannisters, the greedy, mean guys.
Oh yeah.
Because that's who I am.
Well hey, Tyrion is a heartthrob.
I reject him from our clan.
Okay.
Alright.
You're gonna have a lot of unpopular...
Well, then isn't that what they actually do?
Worst character.
So, Euron Crowseye, he has Pillage and Renown. So, after I discard a card from your deck using Pillage, I get to take a location from your discard pile and put it into my area of play.
Okay, great.
So that's very good.
Okay, so you're straight up stealing from other people's decks.
Yes, straight up stealing from your discard pile.
Cool, nice.
Yeah, he is a pirate.
The cards I have are a wolf with stealth, ghost,
Oh, Ghost.
and pretty much if I do use stealth to get behind a character and I win the challenge, he can't be a defender for any other challenges.
Okay.
Now, is this Maester?
Maester.
Maester. All right, learn something new every day. Maester, Lomas, both of these basically help me if I win eye challenges,
All right.
spy challenges.
Yeah.
And then I've got the Courtesan of the Rose, who is also spy.
She is quite the companion, if you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Oh.
I don't even have a clue.
I'll tell you when you're older. Alright, all of us reveal our plot cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
We all have when revealed effects.
Yeah, so you're gonna go first.
Alright.
So you're gonna choose a Neil, probably.
Yeah.
You're in Crowseye, that's fair. Whenever somebody initiates a military challenge against me, their claim value is reduced by 1.
All right, I played some reinforcements. I get to put a character of 5 or less into play right now.
Oh, do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I would hope so.
I choose not to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna play these gold cloaks. That's for 4.
Alright, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
I only get 1 gold now, though, but I guess it
Well,
makes
technically
sense.
it's in essence.
I sorta got
technically you got to spend 5, yeah.
All right.
We're picking our role.
Right. Rolls.
Royce.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna actually take the Master of Whispers.
Ooh.
Oh boy. I'll take Master of Coin. Why not?
Alright,
I want some coins.
who do you support?
Oh, Master of Ships.
I'll take the Master of Ships.
I'm going to marshal this.
Well,
Or not marshal,
kneel.
kneel it.
Yep.
So the next Baratheon card I play costs 1 less. To play the Red Keep.
Oh, okay.
So first I'm going to play the Garden Caretaker. Then I'll kneel him as a marshalling action.
Yes.
So I can play Marjorie.
Excuse me, that's summoning sickness.
Marjorie Terrell for only 2.
Nice.
So there's all my gold.
Not bad.
At least I mean I don't. They'll probably all die.
You played
but
more
I have
cards.
A bunch of them.
You played more cards than me this round, and you had less gold.
I'm
Yes,
pretty
so
sure
that's
it's
something.
Quantity over quality.
Yes. I'm going to kneel to play her for 1. So, when I'm the first player, each of you get 1 less gold
I don't
from
like
your
that.
plot card. Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty nasty.
Let's kill her.
Yeah.
All right, so we're challenge phase now.
Yep.
But you
Like,
support
speak
you
up,
support
will
me, so you can't attack me.
Yep, I can attack you.
All right, that's good to know. But I
Yeah.
can attack you.
Yes, you could definitely attack me.
And I support him, so I have no choice but to attack you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all things to keep in mind.
I am going to attack Mark with Ghost,
Great.
and I'm going to choose her.
Oh, to bypass with stealth?
Yes.
So she can't defend the rest.
And since I made it through, she can't defend anything else.
Yes, and I do have +1 from my Master of Ships, so I can
Oh,
lock
I forgot
you.
about that.
I can lock you.
All right. Well, now Samwise is going for you.
For spy?
Yep.
You support me, right?
I do support you.
Alright, so you can't attack me, so yeah, I'll block it.
Since I stealth through.
Oh, so now that is unopposed.
Yep.
So,
So he gets a power.
yep, and
Both of you discarded because I'm the.
yeah, because you're Master of Whispers.
Oh no, it was my favorite. The tickler.
I love the tickler.
All right.
He's a stickler.
Not a stickler for a tickler.
Because remember, we need 15 power to win.
That's true.
But then if he wins the power challenge, he steals it.
It's a grab bag. It's whatever you want.
There's nothing that will be good, no matter what I do.
Welcome to Game of Thrones.
I'll bring them to the military guy then.
Okay.
All right, and I'm just gonna save. So take your power.
All right.
Yep. All right, then I'm gonna attack you for 2.
Right.
For a crown.
Crown. So
For power struggle. Block. I still win because I'm. Yep.
Cool.
Here we go. Boom.
All right, he wins dominance.
Yep. You win dominance. Now we untap. Everybody reveal. 1, 2, 3.
You cannot declare more than one attacker or defender.
Okay. Yep. So that applies to everybody.
All right. So you're gonna have to do a spy challenge before you do any other kind of a challenge.
All right. Then mine is I search the top 10 cards in my deck for a character, reveal it, and add it to my hands. Then shuffle.
And I'm first again.
That's pretty good.
To play Yorin.
Yorin Crows. All right. No, not Yorin.
And when he comes into play, I can choose a character with a printer cost 3 or less in an opponent's discard pile and put it into play under my control.
Oh, he took the tickler.
The tickler. He lives
He
again.
recruited him to the wall.
I'm gonna give Marjorie Tyrell this bodyguard.
Oh,
So if she would be killed, I can sacrifice the bodyguard instead.
that's pretty nice.
Let's cost 1.
I will kneel these 2 and pay 4 for Balon Greyjoy. So
Okay.
you can only block him with things 5 or greater.
I don't have those.
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
unless
no,
I
you
use
yeah.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither do I. So
Yep, so that'll be interesting.
Oh, but you can't attack me. Who cares?
I can't attack you.
For now.
Yeah. You can only attack with 1 character.
Right. But you can only block with 1 character.
Yeah. So he only has like 2s and stuff.
Well, so because you have a 6, so I have no.
yeah, but you could force him to tap his 6 instead of attacking with it, which actually be really strong.
True, and I would just.
You wouldn't lose anything.
I wouldn't lose anything.
Yes. Or you could attack Willie because he has.
Oh, just
nothing
as an
that can block.
alternative.
Yeah. Because
Now, who has the better board state right now?
You.
Honestly, I don't know.
How? You have a 6 and a 5.
Yes, but they're very fragile.
So I have played the first edition. You didn't.
That is correct. I cannot compare.
But I will say that in comparing the 2, I do think the second one is a lot better. And they streamlined a lot of things. I felt like it was much easier to be punished and sort of just held down in the first one. Also, my favorite house, the Wall. I really do enjoy playing the Wall, and so I was playing in this video. Is in this one and not in the first one.
Yeah, that's a good reason to prefer this version over the other one.
We should mention though, we played the multiplayer version. There is a 2-player. It's called Jousting. In fact, there's currently a World Championship pack out that is the jousting thing. I think their tournaments only do the jousting method because it's a bit more fair.
I actually did not know. Are there major rule differences between?
You know those cards we were choosing?
the plot cards.
No, the plot cards. The like the Hand of the King.
Oh,
those are
rolls
gone.
or whatever. Okay.
And personally, I do feel the game is better
I mean that makes sense
in the
because
multiplayer. Yeah,
in two
but
player.
I really like that mechanic because to me, that one mechanic alone really helps capture a lot of the actual, not for a card game, which is I think is impressive, the feeling of Game of Thrones. There's a lot of like, when you play this enough, you'll start being like, all right, I'm gonna play this, so you can't touch me. Or like, how can you backstab someone else by like taking this card or doing things like that and making deals?
I think what I like about that a lot is a lot of these battle card games, especially when there's multiple players, like we've talked about this with Versus and Ashes and a bunch of others, is sometimes you kind of feel like there's not really that much incentive over who to attack versus one person versus another unless someone like has a clear lead, and even then doesn't really feel that exciting. This is, oh, I know if he takes that, he's my rival now. So I actually have a reason to either attack or not attack him, depending on what our positions are.
Right.
And that's really smart, I think.
No, it's
helps a lot.
no, it does. It really does make it stand out compared to a lot of other multiplayer card games. So much so that I would prefer it almost to most other card games in the multiplayer style.
Yeah, I think the plot cards are the other kind of twist of this,
Right.
that this game has.
As you saw in the game, that before each round you pick a plot card, and they have different effects, including how much reward you get for attacking someone through one of the 3 main attack mechanics.
And you know, it determines how much money you're gonna have to spend, and how much dominance or power you're gonna have potentially.
Which really makes each turn much different. One turn you can be like, this is my money turn, you know, this is what I'm playing. Or there could be, you know what, this is the turn I gotta destroy everything. It will also determine turn initiative. And you might not want to go first sometimes. You might be like, I could play this now, but I'm likely to go first, and that could end horribly for me.
Yeah, there's a lot to take into consideration there. There is the thing that's was always sort of hard for me to wrap my head around. Not hard to wrap my head around, but that I find the most complex aspect of the game is it's the main part of the game, is the challenging phase, in which, like I think I remarked while we were playing, it'd be I'm used to games where like I do an attack, then maybe someone else can do an attack, and you go back around. But in this, you have to really take everything into consideration up front. And if you're going first, you don't know what these other 2 or maybe 3 people are going to do. You have to really be careful with which cards you use up and don't.
And that really brings an interest. I think once again captures the Game of Thrones of like, who's going to backstab me? Like, you can try to make alliances. I played games where people are like, I won't attack you. Good, and we'll do that. But the next thing you know, wham, sends one right his way.
See, I don't know if I would ever in this game make an alliance with anyone.
Would you ever make an alliance in any game that has the title Game of Thrones in it?
Probably not. But I do think we haven't played the board game
right.
as of this recording. But from what I know about that game, I think that one is a little more. You kind of do form alliances more so than in this.
Like this, yeah, this one isn't as big of a component, but you still can do that in, I think, a much more interesting way. In particular, that's when you throw in the other cards, like getting rivals, or you support them, or this. And that really is the other thing for first player. When you pick, you're like, okay, if I take this, like, are there any cards that rival me which will incentivize people to attack me? Or are there cards that support me that I know someone's going to have to take, and therefore I know they can't attack me?
Yeah, there's definitely some head games that you have to run through there. I really like that, you know, there's the locations and characters, and then there's events. I like the balance of the way those 3 things work together. And even there is, you know, it's an LCG from Fantasy Flight, so there are a lot of keywords that you're going to probably, especially if you have expansions, you're going to be looking up some of these. But once you're familiar with it, if you're used to those kinds of games, it does add a layer of depth that I enjoy, of knowing, oh, this card triggers off these cards. And especially if you're building your decks, there's a lot of different interplay between those cards you can have fun with. This game out was Lannisters,
right.
And it was kind of weird because, you know, their whole thing is about money, and like none of my money stuff might.
No, I definitely think at least for you and me, neither of us got our shiny cards. And that's the other thing I love about this game. I felt like compared to the other one, the big cards are so easy to just knock away. Like they didn't feel as matter. But this one, the big cards, I feel like they're big cards. Like when you get you get the father of the Lannisters.
Yeah.
I know he's in there, and he's just like, he's terrifying when he hits the field. Like the one of the big guys for the wall is pretty much you earn like +6 on dominance when he's standing and stuff, and he can unstand himself.
And we first saw some big cards that Mark was playing.
He was playing with the Kraken house.
Yeah, they were terrifying.
First thing I'm gonna do, spy.
I'll block with him.
Okay.
What are you doing, military or crown?
Military first.
Alright, and I save Ghost.
Okay.
Or
I get
I'll block with him too.
He doesn't contribute his strength.
Oh right, that's right. I forgot
So
the
it'll
strength
still
thing.
be like I won on the post.
It doesn't. I can't even block him. So.
Okay. Yep. So I'll do that, and you save him. All right. Then last, crown. So I steal one. It's unopposed. Whew.
Right?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
Well.
So this is a toss-up because it's the same exact card.
Yeah, it triggers twice. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, this should be fun.
Wait, that's actually not that great for you guys.
Doesn't seem good.
I wish I chose a different one then.
Yeah. So we each have to pick one character.
No, we
Or,
each
no.
pick-
I
each
pick
pick-
one to die. Pick 3 to save, basically.
Yeah, pick 3 to save and the rest die.
So she's dead.
No one can be saved. I'm
All right, so I'll take that.
This is terrible for me.
Yeah, why'd you pick it? It's okay. Here, is this your discard?
I actually thought it was each other player. I actually
No,
didn't
it's you
read it
too.
closely.
Yeah.
That's why I picked
Whoops.
that.
It's okay.
It was just there was too much going on.
Yeah.
I wanted some clarity.
Yep. I'll pay 1, and I'm gonna give Marjorie Milk of the Poppy.
She doesn't want that.
Oh, well, it's too bad. Her text box is now blank, except for traits.
How about her bodyguard? That's still active?
Yes.
Okay.
But she can't kneel to give something else 3 strength.
Got it.
Go ahead.
Just hypothetically, if I was like, screw it, I could put like all these guys in.
To crown?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could if you want. You might win the 1 crown challenge, yeah. No, I can still beat you.
Yeah, you would just block with everybody.
Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You could do 13 if you really wanted to. It's up to you.
Leaving me defenseless.
Yes.
It seems like a bad decision.
Probably.
And I'll put those 2 guys in, so it's a total of 7 crown.
7 crown, go ahead. Yeah, steal 1 for me, and you get 1 for being unopposed.
Okay, it feels worse.
That wasn't the right call. It's okay.
Well, how much crown are you putting through?
5. And characters 5 or less can't block. Oh, he has a card.
Oh, thank God.
I wasn't expecting it.
Might as well do it, just
Yeah.
to make things interesting.
Yeah, what are you
I
gonna do?
will ambush with this, pay 1 to give him +2 strength.
Okay.
So he is a 5 now.
Yep. So you block, but I still win.
So,
So,
take it back.
yeah. That's why I was like, okay. And he's renowned. Let's see. And you're my rival. So,
Oh,
I get extra power.
That's right. Oh wait, did I get an extra one last time because we're rivals?
You won. No. So here you go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Small bit of consolation prize.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't
Military against you.
matter. Yep. I take it. I will kill.
Think about it.
I am thinking about it.
Think about it.
No, I'll kill her.
Not the right choice.
I got a crown against you, Mark.
Yep, take it, and you get an unopposed.
You can't block with him, and you can't block with him either.
Yep, so I'm open for a military challenge.
So I'm military with Wardens of the Reach on you.
Yep, so you get 2 power, 1 for being unopposed, 1 for a rival, and I have to kill 2, right? Mm-hmm. 1, I'm gonna save him, and he gets attached. So he gets saved, and he has +1 strength now.
So I want to crown you. I'll just use him, I guess.
Yep, that's fair.
5.
So yeah, here you go, and it's unopposed.
Thank you.
Yep,
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, this is good.
So that put. Are you at 10 as well? No, you're at 9.
9.
yep.
So if you spy, then you'll be at 10.
That was quite a leap in points for me. I went from 5
Nope, it was. Yeah,
This is a last turn. If it. Oh boy.
yeah. And
It's
could
not
literally
me.
swing in and
All right,
like,
draw
take
2.
power from him.
Is it challenge time?
Yes.
Challenge
I
time.
feel like right now I'm either gonna win or lose.
So you have to attack him though, you can't attack me.
Right. That's fine.
Yes. Okay, but I feel like there's a big but in there.
I'm gonna crown you. I'm
Okay.
gonna attack you, challenge you via the crown method.
All right.
I'm gonna go in with both of these guys.
So how much is that in total?
10. Plus this is 11.
So you have 11 total.
That's correct.
All right. So 6, 10, 11.
Okay, I didn't think you were gonna do that.
Whoa. Yeah, it is way different than I thought was gonna happen.
really,
Yeah.
really didn't think.
So wait, how much do you get?
11.
11, you still lose.
Oh, I thought you had 10.
No.
Oh,
I have
crap.
10 with
So
it,
you
but I have a
could
+1.
block.
Oh, then I'm gonna. I'll just block with him so it's not unopposed.
Alright, so
That
you
doesn't-
get
he
2
doesn't
power
win that.
and you're at 14 power.
So that gives me 2 power.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this card called Superior Claim.
Oh.
After I win a crown challenge by 5 or more, I gain 2 power.
You win. Oh, I don't have brand. You win.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won.
All right.
All right. Woo. So get that power, put it on your house, feel good.
I will. I did not see that one coming.
That was one. I almost went in with every card. I didn't know if you would like let it go.
I would have won next. I would have won on my turn.
Good. This was a game that I won, that I didn't expect to win, that I would probably never expect to win a Game of Thrones LCG.
This kind of thing can sway so quickly.
Yes, that was something I really liked about this game in particular, but Mark had a very good lead, but by the end there were some good catch-ups between the three of us. So I do think there's enough balance there that like you said, the power can shift quite literally. So that's really cool. And in terms of theme, you kind of alluded to the fact that you haven't really watched or read any, or you've watched some of the show.
I've watched, I think, a few of the. It's hard to get. It's hard for me to binge that show, so that's the problem. But I have been reading the books. That's what I've been working on.
Yeah, and
because I thought I might as well just go there first.
I've read a few of them, and I've watched a couple of the seasons. So I'm not by any means an expert, but like we've both kind of dipped our toes into it. But it does come across in a fun way, and they have the little flavor bits, like a certain weapon that you'll get more for if you attach it to the character who wields that weapon, for instance, which is nice. I don't think it's, I suspect, again, if you really want the Game of Thrones theme immersive, probably the board game is more the way to go. But as an LCG, a multiplayer competitive LCG, it certainly doesn't go as far as, like, I think probably the most heavily thematic is the Arkham Horror card
Oh yeah,
game.
absolutely. I mean, I feel like I can't think of many card games that capture theme amazingly.
Right. But it's there. It's enough. That
I don't feel like it's like we just pasted Tyrion Lannister on a card.
No,
enjoy.
right, yeah.
There actually is some sort of that manipulation, power games, kind of control going on that I feel that is what you sort of see, at least what I've seen so far in the Game of Thrones world.
It certainly has that core heart of the
Also,
series.
if there's any card you really love, be careful because everyone's going to try to kill it.
For you, how does it stack up? Because you've played more of them too. Even Netrunner and Lord of the Rings. I mean, they're all very different. But what is your? This really feels like the most. I mean, Android Netrunner is competitive, but it's only head to head. This is, I feel like, the competitive multiplayer kind of one of the bunch.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I feel it's hard to compare if you want cooperative together, then you obviously go Lord of the Rings or Arkham Horror. That's what those two are for, and I love them for that. However, when you compare it to Android Netrunner, the other really big LCG competitive, they also have Star Wars, but that one isn't as popular. From what I've seen. The Netrunner is fun in the sense that it's designed to be one-from-one in asymmetrical decks. Definitely something worth checking out. But I do feel this game does a fantastic job on the multiplayer aspect. If you've played Magic, this is definitely probably one to look into because it's, unlike Netrunner where you're jumping into cyberpunk, you're still in the fantasy theme.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good transition from that, for sure.
And because it's an LCG, you don't have to be like, okay, I need get my friends to buy it. You can buy and just make the decks, and then people can come over and play with the decks you've made.
Yeah. So Game of Thrones, a card game, the second edition. We like it.
Yeah.
If you're a Game of Thrones fan, I think you definitely should check it out.
Oh, absolutely. And if you're into other card games, definitely one worth going into. Because it's an LCG, not nearly as big of an investment. To get some decent decks.
It's only been out for maybe a year.
We'll double check on.
It's not like there's not a bajillion packs, is what I'm trying to say, that you're going to be overwhelmed if you jump in now.
In terms of the big boxes, because I know they did this old one too, and they started big boxes for each house, sort of. Oh. Okay. They've only done Stark, Lannister, and the Wall.
So it's maybe a good time to check it out and jump into that world if you like LCGs and customizing your decks and that kind of a thing.
Or backstabbing your friends.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like that, most of all? If you have played the game and you have thoughts about it, please let us know, for instance, if you've played either edition, if you could compare the two, things that you maybe don't like as much from the second edition.
If you think maybe a certain house is too powerful or too weak in the base set, or something that a certain pack or box that you should definitely buy for first-time people.
Your recommended houses or cards that you every deck needs or something like that. Let us know. You can leave a comment right here on YouTube.
And don't forget to subscribe, of course, because we will read your comments later on our videos.
That's right. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and finally go to rollforcrit.com, where you can buy Game of Thrones LCG 2nd edition, plus
as well
as
many packs.
Yes, several of them. And many more games, plus more cool reviews and videos like this one. We also got a how to play for this game, so if you aren't sure if you want to jump in, that might be a little tippy over the edge.
Listen to Jonathan's soothing voice as he tells you how to murder everyone in your house.
It's like ASMR, but with more blood. Yeah, check all that out and more, and follow us on Twitter, of course, at rollforcrit, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Happy to have you.
Until then, I'm House Will Keeler.
And I guess I'm House Jonathan Estes, and this has been Roll for Crit Playback.